and things like it is the equivalent of the red pill.
This is a technology, it's a computing language, and I can build an app on it.
Is Bitcoin the currency of the future?
Crypto gang, it's the game, big gang, all gang, light gang, cash game, blockchain. Whoa, I don't really ever buy stocks, man. No. Haters wanna say I'm in a bubble, man. No. Chew them up like bubble gum. No. Just made a meal with my pocket change. No. Wreck about to go and join the huddle gang. Huddle gang, huddle gang, huddle gang. Crypto gang, it's the game, big gang, all gang, light gang, cash game, blockchain. Whoa, I don't really ever buy stocks, man. No. Haters wanna say I'm in a bubble, man. No. Chew them up like bubble gum. No. Just made a meal with my pocket change. No. Wreck about to go and join the huddle gang. Huddle gang, huddle gang, huddle gang. Ethereum pays for my rent. Bitcoin pays for the vent. Litecoin pays for the jet. Bitcoin cash for the rest. Spent 30 racks on an ICO. What coin did you buy? I forgot, yo. Just got started last night, bro. And I'm already hooked like a pipe stove. Flipping the coin, making it grow, taking it slow, letting it go. Cash flow's growing, it's incredible to watch it flow. Stacking the cash, taking it home, making it fast. I'm on a roll. Little bit mo's all I ask for the bubble though. Currently, learning about a new type of currency. Burning the dollar down like an emergency. Urgently, listen, my friends have been urging me. Coins have been surging, we're earning like surgency. We on a mission, man. Crypto maniac. Act like you don't really know about it. Stop that. Bitcoin blowing up like a bomb. Step back. Used to be a couple $100. Should've copped that. Blew up on a scene from the mind of a brainiac. Back in 2009, where the miners at? Silk Road, baby, it's gotta be anonymous. Satoshi blew up, now we on the map.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Reckless Ray Dinero, and we are back at it again with another episode of Crypto Portfolio Updates. Obviously, coming in, you can see, boom, in the background. You got the Chiefs colors, Chiefs chair. Chiefs won the Super Bowl. Obviously, this is going to be hitting the general population on Wednesday, so happy hump day. I'm not going to forget, but we had to record late because I was partaking in festivities. I was having nervous breakdowns. I was having mental meltdowns. I was sitting at a bar. It was wild, I say. Very close game, very good game. Shout out to the San Francisco 49ers. I honestly would rather see the Bills and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, that is not possible. It's always one or the other that gets to go. And I'm a home team guy, so I want my team to win. And they did, back to back. But the 49ers held up very well. It was a good game. I enjoyed it. And I'm not a big sports ball watcher. Oh, snap. I have not lit my recording candle. So we're gonna do that. So you gotta get the aromatherapy going while we're talking. Otherwise, it's just not the same. Not the same. I like having that aromatherapy going while I'm freaking out over here talking about cryptocurrency. Speaking of which, shout outs to the Bag Chasers. That is the Patreon group that belongs to Anton Daniels of AntonDaniels.com. It is not my Patreon group. I am a member. I contribute content such as this, having conversations in the cryptocurrency corner. Every once in a while, I'm in the Bag Talk channel. If you sign up for the Bag Chasers, there's a link down in the description that isn't even a referral link. It's just, if you want to be a part of a network. Now, if you're serious, I've got a referral link for those serious about taking their investments to the next level, and that's joining us over at Circa 84. Shout out to my family over at Circa 84, where it's strictly bag talk, strictly strategy, strictly movement, strictly forward, upward financial mobility. Now, if you're looking to join a network of people with that mindset, with that aim, with that goal, tap my referral link down in the description below and join us over at Circa 84. I would love to talk to you over there in the crypto channel. Obviously, the Bag Chasers get some information, but there's some information that is exclusive to the family over at Circa 84, and I got some big things planned for them. Also, last but not least, let's thank the sponsor of the show and the platform, Delta Investment Tracking app. If you are not down with the Delta, you are doing it wrong. I've got a referral link down in the description just to kind of let them know that you saw it here. I don't get any type of kickback for that. They're sponsoring the show by giving me full access to the pro features of their application, which I cannot be thankful enough for. I use it every day. But if you want to give it a go, they do have a free trial period. You can tap my link down in the description, let them know that you saw it by means of me. Download the app, give it a shot, see what you think. I see value in it. If I was not sponsored by them, I would be paying for it just like everybody else because it is that useful. It's something that I want to keep in my arsenal of tools to help me track. The only caveat that I have is the further down on the degenerate list you get, and it's kind of weird because it's only certain projects because DYM is already in there. So like I can track that, but there's a couple of errant projects that they don't have in there. So like the prices are a little bit off compared to my Coinbase. So I have to reconcile it. I reconcile it weekly. I normally just keep short tracking in either or, and then at the end of the week when I do my dollar cost average, I'll reconcile it around that time so that they're as close as possible. But it's only a few $100s because it's some of the smaller positions, but it's a little bit. That's like the one thing. If there was like one critique, I'm like, some coins that are missing. And they're coins that I have that I noticed. So I'm like, I'm sure there's other ones. And I know that there's some straight degen coins that are just missing. So I don't know where they're pulling from. But like the list isn't as accurate as it could be. I'll give you that. Now, moving on, we're jumping into it. We're going to talk today about why you must respect the Bitcoin price surge because we are looking at some great stuff. So we are actually going to start this a little bit differently. I'm going to share a different screen than what we normally start on, and then we're going to jump into this. Actually, you know what? I don't even have to share that screen. I just now realize that screen doesn't matter. I'm just going to go ahead and start off with the normal stuff here because if we go here, we look at that. And see, this is, hold on, let me refresh it. Yeah, we broke 50. We're over 50K. Remember when Bitcoin was over a week ago? Remember 2 weeks ago when the price slammed back down because Grayscale was off selling onto the market. They were offloading their fund onto the market that they had to restart. Well, it looks like that has tapered off. And now we are hitting a price surge. Leading the way is Bitcoin. Now, when we look up at the top, Bitcoin dominance is almost at 50%. Goodness gracious. Yeah, there's some action on Bitcoin. I tell you what, because Bitcoin is the daddy of the market. Let's talk about it. And I'm excited for it. It's great. We've kicked it out of the savings range for the home savings, but the home savings is up, and by up I mean up. We are turning all the way up. Let's actually take a look at that. Like I want to see where we're sitting at with the home savings. I can give you a little update on that. Yeah, we're up 27.69%. That's almost a grand extra grand saved in 2 months for doing nothing but dollar cost averaging Bitcoin. Cannot complain a bit. And considering that we've got another 17,000 upward to push before we start dollar cost averaging that out, because we're not going to sell at, we're not going to save. I don't know, man. We might just let that ride because I'm not trying to use that money if I don't have to. So we're gonna venture some other avenues first. Let's look at this. Get on over here to the next screen. We're not on the next screen yet. We got our trending coins. Top 3 trending coins right now. Oh, snap. Okay. One of my coins is top 3 trending. Okay. I still haven't done anything with that. So the top 3 trending coins that we have right now are Shido, which is up 7.7% on currently. We have Gala Games. Nice. That's a good one. We're seeing some Web3 gaming action, which is up 3.3% currently. And Tinset at a gain of 7.75%. Now let's go take a look at the gainers because we are getting some bullish gains. Oh yeah, we're seeing some bull run. We're seeing some bull run action right now. Let me make sure I got me on the small screen for this because we're about to get into some stuff. As Michael Jackson said, you got to be starting something. And it looks like we're starting something. Let's jump right into it. At number 1, at rank number 285, we have White Rhinoceros, WHRH. And they have had a gain of, and here is the bull run, 1,807%, 0.4% in the last 24 hours. Now, why does it always do this to me? Yeah, there we go. At number 2, at rank number 577, we have ZMine, ZMN, with a gain of 167.8% in the last 24 hours. At number 126, at rank 126, for number 3, we have Huobi BTC, HBTC. That's a synthetic. Oh, geez. Really, though? Oh, my good. This is interesting. This is a Bitcoin synthetic. This is an arbitrage opportunity. HBTC is currently sitting, and I'm gonna derail the show a little bit because this is something to look at. It is up 76.3% in the last 24 hours. It has a very low trading volume. Actually, you know what? We're going to open this in a new tab. I need to get some information on this. We're going to go over here and we're going to take a look at it and see what's going on. ID. Where's the website for this? Explorers Community. Huh. Really? Okay. Hold up. Where's the website? So what I'm looking for here is I'm looking for the website for this because I need to know what's going on. Like I need to know. I'm doing some research. I'm not seeing a website. Hold on. I'm actually gonna look this up on my phone because I know that this will be a little bit faster. So hold on a second. So we got HBTC information. I'm taking back everything I said. Yep. Okay. So this is the reason you got to do your research. So this, hold on, let me go back to this page so that we can continue our deal. Okay. So now we're back over on the listing page. So this HBTC, some people are getting had because the thing that I noticed was the trading volume on this is super low. This is, in my opinion, as of right now, considering none of the websites pull up, and the one that's made that's supposed to be in English not only doesn't pull up, it's showing that it's crashed. I believe that somebody is pumping this coin. This is likely a scam. Unfortunately, during the bull run, this is going to happen a lot. A lot. And it's sitting here with a price that's 11,500 over what we are currently at with just, well, I'd say 11,400 if you want to be closer guesstimation over what Bitcoin is sitting at, which would look like an arbitrage opportunity, but this is very much what we call in the industry a honeypot, because you're not going to be able to, unless you're getting out of this and there's volume, which there's very little, you're going to have problems. The exchanges that it's on are very scammy looking exchanges. They somehow have a little bit on Curve, but I'm guessing that that's being dumped. This will most likely be rug pulled, and it's not going to be a good experience. At number 4, we have at rank 891, we have Jesus Coin, JESUS. And they are up 61%, 61.3% in the last 24 hours. And last but not least, at number 5, we have at rank 723, we have Welsh Corgi Coin, WELSH. And they are up 48.9% in the last 24 hours. It seems like we have a surge of meme coins in the top 5 gainers. That's a undercurrent of what's getting ready to go on in the market, because hopefully some of these people are actually converting their profits into something a little bit longer standing to protect their wealth that they have rapidly accumulated over the last 24 hours. But you know how most gamblers are. They just keep gambling. So we're gonna guesstimate that that's not happening. Now, over on the top losers, at number 1, we have at rank 963, we have Battle World, BWO, and they have dropped 26.1% in the last 24 hours. At number 2, we have at rank 670, NADA Protocol Token, NADA, and they have had a loss of 21.3% in the last 24 hours. At number 3, we have at rank number 235, Huobi, HT, and they've had a loss of 19.7% in the last 24 hours. And I'm guessing that's going to coincide with this blatant meme synthetic BTC that has been created using their name. Probably not some good PR for them. People get scared in this space, and the people that are probably actively getting rugged right now are probably taking out their frustration on the actual legitimate protocol because they didn't do their research. And now they're going to be stuck holding the bag on this because it probably won't be here tomorrow. At number 4, at rank 765, we have AVINOC. AVINOC. I don't know if that's meant to be a word. And they have had a loss of 18% in the last 24 hours. And then at number 5, last but not least, let's see if we can get a recycle on this. Oh, at number 5, Zine has moved from the top 5 in this conversation to the top. See, this is how quick crypto moves. This Zine, which is sitting at number 5 on the top losers list right now. Let's refresh. Because technically Zine should be number 1, but number 5 is now number 1. Woo! Crypto moves fast, people. At number 578, again, over on this list now, we have ZMN, which is now number 5, but actually number 1 with a loss of 62.4% in the last 24 hours. It happens that quick. Somebody made a bunch of money, and then those who are left holding the bag are holding the bag on Zmine. Now, depending on how much they made, because this was up 160 something percent just a few seconds ago, you can rewind the clip. I'm not going to do it. Some people could still be up 100% on this, and I hope they're looking at this negative 62%. 0.4% drop, and they're also getting out. This is probably just going to turn into an absolute bloodbath, as they're now number 1 on the top losers list. Okay, so now we're jumping over to the portfolio for the portfolio updates. We did some moving around. The portfolio is up 3.52% on the 24-hour. We have a total gain of 17.5%. Let's see what and you know what? I'm going to look. So we're up 17.5%. 7-day chart's looking good. 1 month chart. Load that 1 month chart for me. Looking good. 3 month chart. Looking great. 1 year chart. Straight up. Looking great. Okay. So keep it on the 7-day. As you can see, the pie chart is diversifying. Like this is a good pie chart. Like, you know, synthetic networks, we've been riding the wave on that. Sitting at 13%, looking good. Can't complain. Probably going to be getting some of that. I'm trying to hold out for the bull run, because when I should have cashed some of this out and converted it over, I didn't. And now I really want to wait until we get back up to that over 100% metric before I pull any of this off. So it's kind of sitting. We got like a interest-free loan on it. We got Solana sitting at 11% now because it's growing. Ethereum 8.9%, looking really good. Obviously that big USDC position, because we have a lot of liquidity pool positions that are based on that. The injective is growing. We're at 6%. Let's go ahead and go down here and look at all of this green. It's like the most wonderful of Christmas. And we're gonna go ahead and hit this in and go ahead and get to letting you guys know where we're sitting at with some of these projects. At number 1, and this is holdings in order by allocation, we have Synthetic Networks, SNX. At number 2, we have Solana, SOL. At number 3, we have Ethereum, ETH. At number 4, we have Arbitrum, ARB. At number 5, we have Injective, INJ. At number 6, we have Camelot token Grail, GRAIL. At number 7, we have Wrapped-Matic, WMATIC. At number 8, we have Synapse, SYN. And at number 9, we have Wrapped Bitcoin, WBTC. At number 10, rounding it out last but not least, we have Osmosis, OSOM. I want to give a shout out, though. We had some honorable mentions that are moving their way. Oh, where do we go? They're moving their way up the charts, but I don't know where it is now. Like, what are we doing? No, that's not where stuff is supposed to be. Okay. Hold up. Is that what's missing? Do I not have that in here? Hold on a second. I gotta reference my phone because it has a better viewable list. Where is my super? Okay, that's a problem. Hold on a second. Let's see here. Aha. Okay, so that's not even in there. Weird. Okay, so we're going to have an update after I figure out why this isn't in this appropriate portfolio, because that's weird. But, hold on. Actually, I wonder if I do this. I'm gonna have to roll that forward. I guess I just didn't roll it forward. Let's see here. Cost us 12. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna have to do that. And they updated the deal on that. That's awesome. Okay. So we're going to have to go through and roll that forward. But shout out to Superverse. They have had a complete tear in the market as of late. And they're up to 93%. And that puts them up at about 600% for the year. It's going to be interesting, people. We're gonna have some interesting things. So some honorable mentions of things that we have added to the portfolio. We have recently taken positions in Prisma governance token. We have recently started positions in Whales Market. We have recently started a position in Joe, which is the primary exchange off of the Avalanche ecosystem. We will most likely be adding a position in Avalanche. I'm really interested in touching on that. What else is weird that's in here? We have added a position in Umami. That's an interesting protocol. We're going to be using that. Obviously, we got the Dimension airdrop. That is working. I'm really happy I did not sell that because it's up $2 since the airdrop landed in my account. And we're staking. So we're going to just ride this out for 21 days to see how we feel about it. And then if we're feeling froggy, we're going to just go ahead and let that continue to ride. I don't think there's anything else new in here that we have not touched on. Nope, we're looking at positions in Ronin still. I'm still considering a position in Compound. I don't know if that fits what I want to do for this year. I might be taking that one out. Still considering a position in Magic. We are looking at airdrop farming some Heroes of Mavia. I downloaded it, played a little bit on my phone. Going to definitely be looking at that. Reddick Finance. We have a position going in that. Oh, yeah, I added a position in Reddick Finance, obviously. We're farming that airdrop. I actually need to check back in on that next time I do that. Like, yeah, we gotta do something with that. And then we're also going to be looking at pixels. I'm going to be adding pixel to potentially airdrop farming. Pixels. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to be looking at pixels. And let's see here. Pixels XYZ. Yes, we're going to be looking at playing some pixels. I'm going to get some gaming in here. So we might be spinning up a little bit more focus, like the gaming stuff. I might be doing some clips and adding those to Twitch and quote unquote YouTube. And we will be looking at that. So go ahead and share that, and we'll see what it do. So, oops, you guys got a sneak peek behind the mirror. So yeah, that's what we're working with. Uh-oh. Now we're going to jump into the news brought to you, obviously the platform sponsored by Delta, but this is brought to you by Delta, powered by eToro. Shout outs to eToro. The major developments for this week, and this is as of February 5th. This is obviously this is the January 29th. Yeah. February 4th. So let's see. 4th was last week. Yeah, we're like a week behind. And this dropped the 5th. Is this when they dropped this? Yeah, dropped the 5th. So this is the most recent. So we're going to look at the major developments. And what we're doing here is if you want to tap into this, I'm putting a news section into the videos on my thumb so that I can drop you the links. Jeez, I totally didn't do that for the Future Financial Strategies episode. I'm going to do it for this one, though. So that way you guys can go back in. I'm a big advocate of doing your own research. So if you want to read through and get the total synopsis of this, it's a 4-minute read. I'm not going to read to you for 4 minutes. You can go read this for yourself. I'm just going to give my hot take on the news as we see it from the too long didn't read section, which just gives you a synopsis of what the articles are for. Number one, the Bitcoin ETF products see net inflow of $697 million. Now, I personally, day one, bought some of the Bitcoin ETF. And then in my obviously in my 401k, my Roth, my managed one. And then I decided I did not want to hold the Bitcoin ETF because I found another product that we're going to talk about later, probably on Future Financial Strategies, because that's what handles the traditional finance side of things, where I cover topics such as portfolio building. I talk a little bit about Bitcoin, but I don't dive into the weeds over there. It's just stops at Bitcoin. But it's the other financial vehicles that I am utilizing to hopefully change my financial trajectory, which I believe I've already changed, but set myself up so that I am not worried about having to grind my body to dust indefinitely, because we're starting to get to a point now where we're like, that's not looking like what the play is. I'm definitely always going to want to work, but I don't want to have to work. So I sold that off, bought a different product that is Bitcoin adjacent, gives Bitcoin exposure, but generates income, because we are looking at making my brokerage account. I want that, and my 401k. I want them all producing income. So I sold my holdings of the Bitcoin ETFs, but I know a bunch of people who are too scared or too financially illiterate to get into Bitcoin directly. Actually, it's not even financially illiterate. It's technologically illiterate. It's actually what it is. But who don't want to go through the steps of doing that. Doing the ETF is also an option. It's not the only issue that I have with it is, in the event that you need Bitcoin, you don't have Bitcoin. You have a dollar asset. They don't cash out and give you the Bitcoin when you cash out of the ETF. They give you dollars. So in the event where Bitcoin is necessary in that respect, you don't have it, but this will keep people in the fiat system and still give them the growth of Bitcoin in the fiat system. But if the dollar ever collapses and you needed the Bitcoin, you won't be able to get access to the Bitcoin. They have the Bitcoin. They're a proxy for you to have Bitcoin. And who knows what they're going to be able to be allowed to do on the back end with that Bitcoin. Because like, these are the same people that give you dollars, and they just make more as they need them. And it's kind of they figure out ways to cheat with stuff. So anyways, it gives you exposure in the portfolio, which is a good thing. You'll get the price valuations, probably going to make some people's traditional financial portfolios go crazy this year. It's going to be interesting to see how that affects them. But I'm taking a different angle. Since I found a product that generates income with Bitcoin exposure, I'd much rather go for the income. And it looks like it generates a pretty decent amount. We'll see. The test for this month, now that we've transitioned out of the Citibank brokerage over into the Charles Schwab brokerage, we'll see what this kicks off, because I know what it did for the 1 month that I had it in the Charles Schwab in my 401k, in my Roth 401k, and it was insane. Absolutely. I was floored. Because like, it took me a long time to get up to generating $10 in my portfolio. It took a lot of money, and it took a lot less money to get $10 in that portfolio. So I think that now that we have the managed side, that's just the active portfolio, I believe that we should be looking at some decent income, and I think we'll be able to scale this out over the bull run really nicely. So we're gonna see what it does. I'm excited about it. At number 2, the number 2 development for this week, El Salvador remains Bitcoin friendly, with an 87% of the vote going to re-elect President Nayib Bukele. Yeah, I probably butchered that. And I'm sorry, President Nayib. I'm pretty sure I got Nayib right, so I'm just going to call him President Nayib, which is probably informal. And I am sorry. Definitely going to be looking at visiting El Salvador. I mean, I am honestly interested. Obviously, shout out to the passport bros. I don't want to be a passport bro, but I do have an interest in taking a look at the places that are pro Bitcoin. I want to go there. I want to go to Portugal. I want to go check out the Caymans. I want to go check out Malta. I want to go check out those places. I have no interest in places that are not in accordance with a Bitcoin future. That's all I'm saying. So like, I'm I might be booking some trips. That's all I'm saying. BTC spot ad ETFs coming to a site near you. Google and all of the other internet services and web hosting places, Amazon originally turned their back against Bitcoin and said you could not advertise on there. And I understand why, because during the bull run, people were advertising scams. I'm not going to say this is them being bad. It's them protecting their interests, because obviously they don't want scammers getting access to millions and billions of people. It makes sense. They have a brand to protect. They have a platform to protect. They have their integrity to protect. These are not public streets where you can hand out flyers. I don't think that you should be able to hand out flyers scamming people. Like, I don't think we should be scamming people. I understand it's the only way some of these smaller countries, their people can make money, but you're going to have to get more ingenuitous than that. I'm not a fan of it. But since Bitcoin ETFs have been approved, they're opening the gate a little bit so that there's going to be ads. It's going to have to be based on the regulation of the states and the regions that the ads are being displayed in. And honestly, the easiest way to handle that from a corporate perspective is you just make your ad compliant with the most stringent of places, and then just blast that ad everywhere. And then even the places that don't require you to say all the extra stuff and issue all the extra warnings, you're covered and you got to worry about it. But the reins are coming back now that institutional money in the US is involved. Egden Layer Puffer Finance project surpasses 400 million in total value locked. I am not familiar with Egden. I don't think it might be Egden Layer's Puffer Finance project. But if they got 4 million total value locked, we might have to look over there because there might be some opportunities. We're gonna have to table that one for some future research, because we're always looking for places to deploy money, especially since we're going to be looking at that potential chance where our SNX position is going to hit that 100%, and we're going to be pulling some stuff out of there. Genesis Global Capital has submitted a request to the U.S. Bankruptcy Court for the Southern District of New York for permission to sell approximately $1.6 billion in trust assets. This includes about $1.4 billion in Grayscale GBTC and roughly $165 million in Grayscale's Ethereum fund. This is going to put sell pressure on the market. There could be an incoming dip, especially considering the way that Grayscale liquidates. They liquidate through the open market that all of us trade in, which is the exchange markets. So we might be seeing another slam down. Just a heads up. They've submitted the request. We need to keep an eye out for if this request gets approved. If it does, there is going to be some sell pressure in the market. What will happen is you might want to set a little bit aside for if this goes through. Because if they're in bankruptcy, then they're gonna have to. They're most likely going to approve this because the creditors need to get their money back. And this is an easy way to offload to get some assets, because Ethereum and Bitcoin will be bought. I will be looking at the market tentatively. This is good information to have. I like seeing stuff like this, so that way I know that if we get another slam down, they're selling. I will be prepared to buy that dip. I'm not going to sell ahead of it. I'm not going to try to time the market, but I'm going to be aware. I will be keeping the bonus money funds in place. I've got capital locked and loaded. I'm going to be looking for it because they're going to do their sell off. They're going to drive prices down. There's going to be sell pressure. And then this is going to be the next retracement. And the question is, When does this get approved? And how far up do we spike before we have this sell pressure hit? Also, is there going to be so much activity in the ETF market and people flooding into the market to where this might null out and maybe we just don't drive up as hard? These are going to be some interesting things to take into account. FTX has requested court approval to sell 8% of its its 8% share in AI firm Anthropic, valued at $18 billion, equating to a stake worth $1.4 billion. Yeah, FTX got to pay back their creditors too. Everybody who's in bankruptcy is now looking to dump their Bitcoin, Ethereum, and any assets they have. That's part of being in bankruptcy. Now, we're going to get to the part of the show where I talk to you for the end of the show. So we're going to see, we went in an order. We covered things. We went through the news. We went through the quick hits, sponsored by Delta, brought to you by eToro. And now we're going to have a candid conversation. And what we're going to talk about is why I believe you need to respect the Bitcoin price surge. And the reason you got to respect it is because it's going to get crazier than this. We just got back up to, we touched 50. Last time we drove up to 48, slammed back down. Now we're hitting 50. I mean, technically speaking, we might be past 50. Let's go back. Nope, we're at 50. We're sitting above 50. It's still currently sitting at 50,000, like 166 at time of recording. It's going to get wild. The thing that I always urge people, though, is you got to respect the pumps. The pumps do come with drawbacks, but trying to time the market, probably not a good idea. I mean, I'd prefer to dollar cost average. And what I personally do is I have cutoffs. I have cutoffs for when I'm no longer going to be investing in this side of the market. Now, on the other side of the market, in the traditional finance, my ETF that I found that is the income generating one, oh yeah, we buying that bag up. Like we're buying the whole bag up. And then, when we'll keep putting the money into that to get the income portfolio going, and like we're gonna have set marks for how far into that we're going. And the other thing is, if I have any bonus money left, I'm flooding that into the market. I'm flooding that into my traditional finance portfolio, like whatever I have left over, like whatever I don't filter in, because I am buying my dollar cost average, but I'm buying a little bit less. Like I'm getting it up to where like I have enough money to deploy and get moved over, but I'm not forcing it any. I'm not forcing on the upswings. I'll buy my bare minimums, and I'll just have it sit, and I'll have it stack, and I'll have that in the market. And then as we get to the point to where we need to make moves, we'll go with what we've got in there. And I'm fine with that. Like I'm fine if the Bitcoin allocation just stays in Bitcoin and I just put that in the vault, and like that's just what we had. That's where we're at if we hit the cutoffs. But I don't like buying through the bull run, especially now that we have another area that we can focus in, which being my traditional portfolios. We can get those up to generating the income, because like the Bitcoin is the highly speculative part. And like for me, it's not as speculative as other things, but the upside of it, the risk reward, the volatility makes it speculative for me. But now that we can pivot over, and I'm actually going to just start working on my traditional finance portfolio, we'll get the income generating over there as well. So for me, I'm not buying through this bull run. Like I won't be. Like as soon as we reach previous all-time highs, I'll just be working with what's in the market, what I've got in there. And like whatever plays I've got, we're going to feast or famine off those. Like I'm not going to chase things through the bull run. Obviously, the crypto gaming stuff, if we can do some play to earn, farming airdrops, moving money around that way, there should be enough income generated from within the market to where it's something to play with and it's something to keep me interested. But as far as chasing it with money from, or as I like to say, real world money into internet money, once we reach previous all-time high, I'm letting it run. I'm going to let it run, and it's going to do what it does, and I'm going to be okay with that while I'm building out my traditional finance portfolio, and we're going to keep that moving and keep those positions. We're going to be buying a few shares every payday, getting as much money in there as possible, and hopefully, this year it's going to balance out to where when the bull run's all said and done, it'll, instead of like crashing down in the net worth tanking with it, and it's just going to the darkest depths of crypto hell, as it would be, as I like to put it, and being fine with it, because I'm fine with that. I'm in it for the long haul. Like I'm looking at I'm already making plans for the bull run after this bull run. Like we're already planning for that, depending on how the end of the bull run looks, because it might not crash down 70%, 60%, 50% like it has. Might be a 20% or a 10% dip, and that's it. And if we go really high, I'm like, that's going to be an area that I'm going to be confused about. But we'll be writing it out predominantly in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Like I'm going to have some bare minimums on projects, but we're scalping heavy back into Bitcoin and Ethereum. Like we're looking to, actually it's going to be all Ethereum. Like we're looking to get some really substantial positions in we're trying to get to that 32, and like I'm planning on being at 10 plus in Ethereum, like whatever that lands out to be. So I'm pretty excited about it. I mean, we might try to, I always say that, like we might go back into some Bitcoin. We'll see. I doubt it, but I'm dead set on like most of my altcoin positions will go down to their bare minimum positions, and that bare minimum position is going to be bare minimum. We do have some funds that we have to kick over to get into Injective, because that's what we're buying, because I think it is still currently the lowest of the positions that we're dollar cost averaging into, because we're trying to get into those positions as well. Yeah. It's the lowest out of the ones we're trying to get into. So we're going to go get some over into that, drive that dollar cost average in down a little bit, because we're almost back in profit on that. And we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it moving. I'm super excited. I'm really, really happy with what we've got going on. But you've got the thing that I want to urge people as best as I can, because I know that people are going to get out there, they're going to start gambling, they're going to degenerate gamble, they're going to have big wins, they're going to have big losses, and then they're going to tell me about their losses, and I'm going to be like, well, you did not follow your plan, most likely. Which is what I'm going to defer to, is you did not follow your plan for taking profits. You did not follow your plan for how you were going to navigate the bull run, because you got excited and you got greedy, and greed destroys wealth. It just destroys it. So if you make a plan, follow your plan, regardless of what the market does. Follow your plan. If you're cashing out at 100%, and you're going to take your chips off the table and let the rest of it ride, good. If you're doing that every 100% and you're having it, fine. But follow your plan. Don't think that because it went up 400% that like now it's just going to indefinitely go up, because it is not. Like if you haven't done this before, I'd say ride it conservative and make sure you secure the wins. At minimum, get your physical money that you worked really hard for out of the market. Take your money off the table then. Do that. That's a win in and of itself, regardless of what happens. As long as you have a set metric on when you're getting out of position. Like I'm taking my first chunk this year off of the SNX position as soon as we get back up to probably I keep wanting to say 100, and I'm probably going to remove the initial investment at 100% and then let the rest of it ride, because I have my bare minimum of what I'm going to leave riding no matter what. But I think at 100%, that initial investment, I'm probably going to roll it into an income position and put it there so that it's generating, because now that the SNX position is no longer generating income, the free loan is cool, but I don't really want it sitting there in that capacity, I guess, because it's not being fully utilized. So I want my initial investment off the table, and that's how we're going to move that. But yeah, so sorry it came late, but we won the Super Bowl, so I had to do that. I had to support the city. I had to put on for the city. I had to celebrate with the city. And yeah, until next week, it's your boy Reckless Ray Dinero, and we are out. Peace.
Cryptocurrency, currency. She love cryptocurrency. Me have a hot sexy girl. Whoa. Yeah. Me have a hot sexy girl, just a tip jar. She whine and go down and she dips her. She love dancehall and calypso. She no want the cash, she want the crypto. Me have a hot sexy girl, just a tip jar. She whine and come up and she dips her. She love dancehall and calypso. She no want the cash, she want the crypto. Decentralized like a blockchain. Anyway you see me, girl, you know it not gonna stop wait. Pull up in the Beamer, all the Benzie, all the Bentley. Cryptocurrency, that's what we spending. We not in a lending. No for them a stake, yo. We not in a renting. Bad mind fussy them. Wanna see we ending. Grinding out with face, but call that pretending. Now left me 9 milli. Girls say we trending. Me have a hot sexy girl, just a tip jar. She whine and go down and she dips her. She love dancehall and calypso. She no want the cash, she want the crypto. Me have a hot sexy girl, just a tip jar. She whine and come up and she dips her. She love dancehall and calypso. She no want the cash, she want the crypto. She love cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency. She love cryptocurrency. MetaMask wallet. Cryptocurrency. Coinbase wallet. Stack it up. Me have a hot sexy girl, just a tip jar. She whine and go down and she dips her. She love dancehall and calypso. She no want the cash, she want the crypto. Me have a hot sexy girl, just a tip jar. She whine and come up and she dips her. She love dancehall and calypso. She no want the cash, she want the crypto. She love all me DeFi. And so me make she feel high. Digital currency, I what she need.